Well, the season is now coming to an end, and what a way to end this season for sure, with the Bears facing the Green Bay Packers for the final game of this season. Welcome back to Soulback Sports, and today I'll be previewing the final game of this season against the Green Bay Packers. And this is essentially a redemption game from the first week, where the Bears got absolutely demolished by Jordan Love and the Packers. And demolish is an understatement, because this team, the Bears I'm talking about, looked completely lost, completely outclassed, and even completely outcoached in most instances. Whereas now that we have an entire 17 weeks under our belt, we've gone through a lot of ups and downs for sure. But this team is completely different than what we started out in the beginning of the season. And essentially, what is at stake is that Green Bay right now is a win and in scenario, where if they beat us, they're essentially the 7th seed lock for the playoffs. But the Bears have a chance, even though we're out of the playoffs, to upset and essentially to blow any chance that the Packers can make the playoffs as well. And what a better way to end the season for the Chicago Bears on such a high note. This is definitely not going to be an easy game, even though our defense has improved a lot, our offense has improved a lot, coaching wise everything looks good, but there's still a lot of concern when it comes to Jordan Love and how good he's been this season. He's been passing for 3,800 yards, which is almost nearing that 4,000 mark, and he's shown that over the course of the season he's able to grow as a quarterback, even though he's been in the league for 4 years now, and 3 of those years is behind Aaron Rodgers. Is that he's finally blossomed into that quarterback that Green Bay always ends up finding a way to get. And on the other side, Justin Fields right now is trying to essentially have his last game where this is it. This is a showing that needs to be good for Ryan Poles and in order to keep Justin Fields as a Chicago Bear going forward. Because for the longest time, or I guess since 2015 apparently, that the Chicago Bears have never beaten the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field since 2015, which was pretty much when Jay Cutler was still a quarterback for the Chicago Bears, and Brett Favre was still in the league, which is crazy, It's wild to think about. And this is an opportunity for Justin Fields to showcase that he can finally beat the bad team, essentially the team that's been kind of tormenting us for the past since 2018, and essentially has owned us. And right now Green Bay sits at second in the division at 8-8. The Bears are currently last in the division at 7-9. Both are still decent records, and if the Bears win, both will end with the same record, which is kind of cool to see. In terms of the rankings, the one thing that stands out to me is that the Green Bay Packers, in terms of their defense, rank 21st in yards per game, 28th in rushing yards per game, 11th in passing yards per game, and 14th in points per game. And while that seems okay, trust me, they have moments where they can turn around. Joe Barry can show that he can turn around this defense and make something out of nothing. And yeah, this is definitely not going to be easy, especially at Lambeau Field. Because the thing is, all of a sudden, every single time the Green Bay Packers could face some very low quality team and look pretty bad, but against the Chicago Bears, they somehow figure out how to make the most elite combination. And it also is on the other side where the Chicago Bears end up forgetting how to play football. And that's what I hope is the case, is that we end up nullifying a lot of what Jordan Love can do with our defense, and our offense can take advantage of this Joe Barry defense, which is a lot of zone plays, a lot of less. I want to say pass rushing, but even though Rashawn Gary is still a big a problem in this team for the Bears specifically, he's a good pass rusher, and the rushing attempt is like between AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, and I feel like Aaron Jones will definitely get a lot more carries this game, and it will definitely be a challenge for the run defense. And then in terms of Chicago, our one thing that really stands out to me is that we are number 1 in the league in rush defense, and that's huge. And in terms of our offense, we're second in the league in terms of our rush offense. So if we play to our strengths, we will definitely have a good shot at winning this game. This is going to be really all dependent on how well we run the ball, how good Justin Fields is in the pocket, and how he's able to extend plays, how he's able to maneuver around that pass rush, how our defense can not let Jordan Love have 3 to 4 seconds in the pocket like last time, how he can get to the quarterback. That's going to be what's really important for this team successful wise. And right now, the Justin Fields sits at 2,414 yards this season. Given that he's already has injuries earlier this season, that's pretty solid. In terms of the injury report, nothing crazy, I will say. I mean, besides Jalen Johnson having a DNP again for practice, I feel like he's expected to play because he did mention how he was expected to play for the game. Mooney's out again for concussion protocol. DJ Moore has been limited. I feel like he should be able to still play. Staying with Cole Kmet as well. Hopefully Cole Kmet is fully healthy for this game because we're definitely going to need him, given that we don't really have a wide receiver too. Tyler Scott has been very inconsistent when it came to the deep ball catches. He missed a lot of chances to score points for us going in that previous game, and I think Cole Kmet's going to be a very huge X factor for us in terms of the passing game, and I hope he's really fully healthy because he was showing a lot of injury, like he was feeling hurt a lot when he was in that game. So I hope he plays. I really do hope he plays. In terms of the game, I will say that this is one of the biggest games for the Chicago Bears I have seen in a long time. Both not only for the franchise but for individual people on the team, coaching staff wise. This is a huge game for Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy. There have been reports that Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus are probably going to be here. Probably not Luke Getsy, but mostly Matt Eberflus. But that doesn't mean that this is a 100% guaranteed, because this a totality evaluation, So at the end of the day, he needs to show that he's really like the coach that will be able to beat the Green Bay Packers going forward. And yeah, I mean, hopefully he puts out a good performance. He's definitely done that in the last couple of games, and I've been really impressed with his defensive play calling. Luke Getsy, on the other hand, has shown flashes of being a good play caller, but hopefully he shows that this game as well. And in terms of Justin's job, Justin has to show that he could pretty much continue what he did against the Falcons. Against the Falcons, he had a really complete game, throwing over for 200 and rushing a decent amount, having a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown in inclement weather. Not easy thing to do. And if he continues this, he will make a good case to Ryan Poles to be the future quarterback and continue winning for this franchise. And a win against the Green Bay Packers would be huge for this team going forward into the offseason and in terms of the evaluation. So, in terms of a final prediction, I will say that this is going to be a very close game. I want to say that I will say that the Bears win this game. They finally beat the bad team. The team that's been haunting them for the past couple of years now. The team that has owned them, and by a score of 28-21. I think that's a pretty solid score. Justin Fields has a couple touchdowns, rushing touchdowns from Khalil Herbert. The defense plays lights out. And yeah, this is going to be good for all the Bears fans going forward. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I would love to read what you guys think as well in terms of what the team is going to do on Sunday. And yeah, this has been a crazy season. Lots of ups and downs. And I'm really excited for this game. I'm really excited, really nervous. But this should be a really fun game. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'll continue more content going forward in the off season after this game. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.